This is so old-fashioned, okay? I cannot go through this. Like, this is not happening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hey everyone, it's me Aliza Kim. This series is called Halal Love 101. Okay, so I reverted about 6 years ago. I was a business person, I was a TV host, I was a model, I was even a translator for the American Army. Since becoming a Muslim in 2013, Allah has really blessed me with the risk of being able to share my life with many people. And now I've entered a new chapter of my life. I've just gotten married in a very traditional but non-traditional, very Islamic but maybe lost sunnah sort of way. So, I'm here to really share about that journey with you. 1 or 2 weeks after I reverted, and I met this young couple. I met the girl. She was in niqab, and I was very interested in her because I had never met anyone in niqab before at that point. I think she was 17 or 18, and she said that she just got married and she's trying to get pregnant. She wasn't even done with high school. And I remember I had a friend in high school. She got married through an arranged marriage with her family. And, I watched her ups and downs, and I was really worried. So, I kept up with this girl. Whenever I saw her, I would always ask her, how is your marriage? Because the way that they met was he saw her across the room at a conference, and basically he just went up to her and be like, hey, I think I want to get to know you better. And she said, hey, you should go and talk to my dad. And he did. And then soon after that, they got married. I was like, you don't even know each other. For a 17-year-old to think about that, have all these challenges of being a teenager, trying to finish school, thinking about whether she should go to college or not, trying to be a housewife, and all these challenges that I could imagine, but then saying, but because I did it for the sake of Allah, there's so many other reasons to stay. And that really hit me. And I actually forgot about all of that. So I was thinking, wow, there must be a better way. And as I learned more about Islam and about what marriage means in Islam, I was introduced to this idea of ARUF. Now, what is ARUF? It is a Qur'an and Sunnah supported platform for finding a spouse. How is this a platform that is viable? My first reaction is probably very similar to your reaction. It was like, this is so old-fashioned, okay? I cannot go through this. This is like matchmaking from the medieval times. It's like, this is not happening. I want to tell you why I'm doing this. Number one, if you can save heartache and heartbreak and pain, why not, right? Number two, if you can find a virtually foolproof way that is pleasing to Allah, also, why not? If Allah is pleased with you, the rest of your life will become easy. We got to get that straight. Thirdly, I want to give you guys a way to be able to know a person so deeply that you don't have to second guess anything. So, you get to know someone very deeply in a short amount of time, in a very safe way, where your heart is protected, you're going into it rationally, your family is in the know, everything is in a kind of a safe environment. You know how you're in a relationship, you take your time to get to know someone. Let's face it, at the end of it, you're still not 100% sure. Actually, I had a lot of people writing to me, how do I get over someone in a 10-year relationship, 17-year relationship, such and such happens, my marriage didn't work out, how do I move on? And there were some really serious questions of, I feel like Allah doesn't love me, is Allah angry with me? Or I feel anger towards Allah. All of these things can actually be avoided by going through Taluf, which is actually just a few sessions, and then you're able to know whether you're going to continue or not. So actually it safeguards the heart, because you haven't really developed those deep-rooted emotions yet. You haven't developed these, attachments yet. So you're able to get to know someone. When you say, goodbye to someone, you don't feel that ultimate loss, like your world is crumbling around you. And also the questions of, why did Allah do this to me? Does Allah not love me? Or I'm so angry at him. That can also be avoided by doing the istikhara, right? Because istikhara, basically, if you say yes or if you say no, whatever you choose, Allah will force it towards the way that it's supposed to be. Feeling angered towards Allah, you will be able to understand also that this is part of the journey. This is the person that Allah put into your life to learn something from, instead of, having anger towards that. You know, you are allowed to get to know the person as much as you want. Of course, with family involvement or with, facilitators. So there's always someone who's there to help protect you as well. Just do what Allah wants you to do. Do what the religion has already crafted out for you. There's so much flexibility in it. You're not gonna feel like you're an old fart, okay? I promise. Allah will send you the right person to get to know. And plus, girls, you don't want a man who just wants you for your look. And brother, you don't want a woman that is gonna judge you because you have a long beard. You want someone who's gonna get to know you on the inside and also attractive on the outside, So don't worry about it. Whatever you look like, just strive for the sake of Allah. Keep improving your knowledge, improving yourself. Allah will send you the right person. So is this platform something that's for everybody? I say yes, because Islam is for everybody. But the thing is, at every age and at every circumstance, it kind of manifests in a different way. If you're a young person, prove your maturity first of all. I applaud the parents, second of all, that your child is even thinking that way. But be supportive, Be honest with your parents. Parents, be supportive of your kids. This could be something that turns out really well. For those people who are, 40s and 50s, it actually falls into two different categories. Sometimes, they're a widow or they're a divorcee, and sometimes it's still their first marriage. So depending on the circumstance, at that age, maybe you'll want your parents, if they're still around, or your wali or your brother to be involved. Okay, that might be more comfortable, but also because of that age, maybe it's more comfortable with a facilitator, someone who is a professional Taluf facilitator. So it really depends, but Taluf, all it means is being introduced to someone, but the actual platform is a guideline and a system for getting to know someone even deeper. So just try it, right? So here I am. I'm going to be talking to you about it. I'm going to be helping you the whole way. So stay tuned for the next episode where we are going to talk about, and this is really important, okay, the rights and responsibilities of the husband and wife. So it's not just only, okay, you got to do this for me, but you got to know what you have to do for the other person as well. And this is going to be your gauge, figuring out whether you're ready for marriage or not. So signing out, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Aliza Kim, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget,